So, Wasim, your family has over more than 2 decades of experience in fleet ownership, right? And now you co-lead Inoctive, which revolutionizes transport via technology. What inspired you to do this shift from an operation-driven business to move it to a tech-driven business?
Yeah, actually, yes. As you aware, since childhood, I have seen the logistic business. My father was into that business. He was supplying the fleets to the multiple organizations, specifically in the sugar industry.
Okay.
So, since childhood, I was seeing his problems, like how he was handling the operations, how he was coordinating with the multiple drivers, multiple supervisors,
Mm.
customers. And I have seen in the past, like there were many challenges and problems which was handling by the single owner, or like it was very challenging to handle like in a manual ways. So that is the reason I decided in that period, like I should contribute in such a way where I should be able to solve the problems of the fleet owners, solve the problems of the customers also, who is taking the fleets from the multiple fleet owners for their own benefits, in a simple ways, doing of the in a simple ways. That inspired me actually to move into the like operational background to the like technical background.
Interesting, interesting. So basically, the problems that consumers were facing and you were dealing with it firsthand. So that probably gave you a roadmap saying that this is a common problem which everybody faces. Let's solve it using tech, right? Great. I mean,
Yes, definitely.
lot of times, biggest industries are created when you solve problems and, look at problems firsthand. So when it comes to hiring, right, for roles in logistics and operations, what are the core skills that you value the most? Is it technical knowledge? Is it relationship management? Is it sales acumen? Is it something else?
In current organization, like we hire both candidates, like whether freshers also we hire, and experienced candidates also we hire. But during the our hiring process, we always like for freshers, basically we checks like how they have adopted the modern techniques. Like example, if a fresher he knows about the AI, he or she knows about like how to utilize the AI tools for the like in day-to-day operational activities and business activities, that we focus specifically to hire the freshers, like how they have adopted modern techniques to utilize in the day-to-day activities. That is the first. And when we plan to hire experienced candidates who has the like 2 years of experience in the logistics, 5 years of experience in the logistics, we checks like how much depth knowledge he has or she has about the logistics,
Mm-hmm.
like whether he has or she has worked in the ground level activities or not, or only having a high level knowledge. So we check the depth of the knowledge, we check the like his ability to work with the different stakeholders. Like I have seen like some candidates do not prefer
Mm-hmm.
to work with the like very ground stakeholders, like
Okay.
some like if I have seen in many interviews some like MBA graduates uh, do not prefer to give the trainings to drivers because they think that I am a MBA and I should be into the AC cabin office. So like this some such criteria we have fixed in our organization, and we uh, like follow that checklist to hire the freshers and experienced candidates.
Interesting. So, it's a very good perspective saying that whenever a fresher is walking in, it is more important that he or she is curious and learning newer things that are coming into the market. With
Correct.
respect to experience, we expect them to do certain things in a particular way, but at the same time, be humble enough to be able to work with the ground operations. I mean, considering the field like this, I was
Right.
also in logistics some time back, consider we have to be with the drivers. We have to understand what are the problems they're facing on the ground
Right.
to be able to solve them correctly. I mean, very, very interesting perspective, right?
Yes.
Are there certain green flags, which you look at in candidates? So let's say, for example, you see a certain quality and you're like, I want this candidate because of something like this.
Yeah, green flag, like also as I mentioned, we check the knowledge depth. like what is happening in currently in the logistics industry, supply chain industry.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like in past experience, if we talk about the experienced candidate, we
Mm-hmm.
checks like how he has worked. We checks like we provide some case studies. We ask to explain the some case studies with a practical experience what he or she has done in the past organization.
Okay.
And also very important part which is core criteria, you can say, as a green flag in our hiring. Basically, we check the attitude. So
Okay.
we like attitude for the uh, adoption of the culture, organization culture, attitude for like working with the multiple team members, whether it is seniors or juniors. So we try to in a some way understand this, and like I can say this is the like final green flag to hire the candidate from our side.
Great. I mean, so that means, attitude becomes the underlying thing. And if somebody has a right attitude, I'm sure he would help your team grow. He would align with the vision, or she would also, be more open to contributing in a way the company wants to grow. Brilliant. I think it's a very, very interesting point, right? And, on the flip side, what are certain red flags that you look at and say, okay, this is something which I can't go ahead with, or this is something which rejects the candidate immediately?
Yeah, actually, this like I can give some examples. So for like for the better understanding, so which I have seen
Mhm.
in such scenarios, like when we ask the questions about the future goals to the candidate, that answers itself explains about like this candidate will be work for the long term or short term, or will it work for like complete with work with enthusiasm or not. So example, if candidate is planning to work for short period
Mm-hmm.
only for sake of some like monetary benefits,
Right.
that is the first which we try to understand, which can be a red flag. Like second, we also try to check like mindset of about the work. We always focus entrepreneurial mindset,
Okay, great.
because if candidate has that, then
Hmm.
definitely he or she will work like in dynamically, because
Correct.
we don't prefer candidate only should focus they like follow the like will come in at 9 a.m. and will go at 6 p.m., will not receive call at 8 p.m. So we don't pressurize to our employees to do this, but definitely when customer calls or when our because we know customer how much they important. If
It's
a
great.
candidate is willing to work dynamically, willing to complete the activities like irrespective of time, then definitely we try to understand this, and with the help of answers from the candidate, we classify and it can be a red flag, which I can say.
Interesting, interesting. So basically, obviously, customer is the center point of every business. That is how any business grows and survives and thrives, right?
Right.
So if a candidate has a correct mindset towards that customer and is able to go to that extreme and solve every pain point of the customer, obviously the organization as well as the candidate, both of them would benefit in this case.
Yeah,
Very
point is that like candidates should come and join for the organizational vision, organizational goals, because when organizational goals will get achieved, then obviously candidates or
yes.
persons goals also automatically will achieve.
100% right. Correct. And in an industry like this, what is the role of soft skills? Generally we have heard about or seen unions when it comes to transporters, talking to customers daily. There is a lot of paperwork involved. There is a lot of expectation with respect to how the government wants this sector to function. How critical are soft skills here with respect to negotiations, patience, or resolving conflicts on the ground?
Yes, definitely. In like today's scenario, soft skills are very much important. Whether when I was working with the core operational logistic companies,
Mm-hmm.
where I was involved into the hiring the operational managers or operational executives, even that period and even today. when we always check the soft skills, because yes, even if we can say in today's scenario, transport organization is still unorganized. Still,
Right.
adoption of the technology has not done very effectively in India specifically.
Correct.
But when we plan to check the soft skills, yes, definitely we focus at least basic soft skills should be required, which should be with the candidate, like basic English speaking, email etiquettes,
Hmm.
communication etiquettes, like basic manners about the like dress code and all. So we
Correct.
focus on that, and yes, it is more we gives importance to this also, about the soft skills, and based on that we give the like marks for the like in our recruitment and selections process.
Understood. Understood. And considering that you are leveraging technology to transform a sector like logistics, right? Are there certain tools or systems that you expect freshers or people who want to join teams like yours to already be familiar with, especially for graduates and students who have just graduated?
Yes, I like example, if as you also know,
Hmm.
uh, in before ChatGPT, everyone was like making a manual presentations. Everyone was thinking for the
Correct.
content,
Correct.
what to explain into the presentations, into the for the customers, or whether internal presentations. But if like this is a general tool,
Hmm.
if candidate knows about this, and candidates should know about this, because this is like open platform for everyone, so it should come into the research of the candidate before giving the interviews and in the current learning. So basic things candidates should aware, like what are the tools are available into the market, which are available in the open platform, how to use the such tools, how to utilize such tools to like for the getting the contents, for the automation of the presentations, rather like if candidate knows that, then definitely we can say like candidate knows how
Hmm.
to do a task in shorter time.
Correct.
And it definitely helps for the like whether it is customer presentation or internal review meetings. So according to me, freshers should know the basic open platforms. It should be a part of their pre-research
Hmm.
before planning to go for a first job or second job.
Interesting, interesting. So basically, using platforms which are openly available and probably researching a bit about the sector would help them, be understand with the jargons, regular terms that are being used in the sector. Very nice point,
Yes.
right? And considering that you have interacted with thousands of transporters and unions in the last decade, what is that biggest lesson that you have learned about building strong teams in this particular sector?
Yes, it's a good question. So, like whenever I go to the client, or whenever I go to the any vendor,
Mm-hmm.
then first thing, how vendor or customer, how they comes into the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So first point, that is the like operational knowledge. And how operational knowledge comes, it like how you have spent time with the ground people in the respective your customers locations or vendor locations, with vendors or customer stakeholders. They customer itself gives you a very good knowledge about the different perspectives about the industry, about the processes, about the like their operations. So if you have taken this, or if you are ready to learn this, then definitely, whether it is your meeting with the vendors or customers, you will, with the help of knowledge, you will be able to get the confidence of the customers or vendors. That is the first. So knowledge is very much important, specifically in the respective domain. That is the
Right.
first, which I have seen in my past customer meetings and vendor meetings. And second, like yes, basic communication method should be there. Like we should be able to know. Example, if I am doing any meetings in the Maharashtra, then I should be able to if I'm speaking in English, then I should be able to like turn my language into the Marathi based on the like how customer is comfortable or how vendor is comfortable in terms of language.
Right.
So this should also a person should be able to apply, because this helps, this impacts basically in the like negotiation or into the like customer conversion. So that is the second method, like what I apply in my customer visits and customer meetings, vendor meetings. That is a communication method. I should be able to change my language. I should be able to talk about the some general things and then product things. So we should know like when we have to explain about the product, when we have to talk about the general things. So that
Right.
basic thing should we know in the customers meetings and vendor meetings.
Interesting. So that means basically, having knowledge about your domain and at the same time being able to adapt and ensure that, you are in sync with what the customer wants every time you speak
Yes,
is very important. Very,
yes,
very nice.
definitely.
Very nice.
Yes,
I mean, this is something, a lot of people would not do when they are early on in their careers. They would probably keep talking about the product or the solution that we have. But at the end of the day, we are all humans interacting, right? So it is always
right.
important that I adapt and talk about what the other person wants to listen instead of just talking about the product that I have come to showcase.
Yeah, because in our industry, like going forward, like as currently AI is growing, many leaders says that going forward, like software development or software implementation or software designing can be very much simplified with the help
Right.
of AIs. But like execution is much important, and
Right.
for execution, domain knowledge is very much important, which currently like AI is not solving.
Hmm.
Because organization to organization processes, that is very much important. Execution is very much important in coming years, because as AI is growing currently.
Interesting, interesting. And all the people who have just graduated this year or probably are graduating next year and all the early professionals, if they want to enter logistics and supply chain as a domain, right? What is that one single advice that you would want to give them so that they stand out in this domain?
Such candidates should focus, they should keep in mind a perspective of global logistics, not domestic logistics.
Mhm.
Because if you keep the perspective about the learning as a global logistics, global supply chain, it will open multiple opportunities.
Right.
Because we have seen in India also many multinational companies are also there,
Yes.
who are not only into the domestic transportation or domestic logistics handling, they are also into the business of the international shipments, international export and import. So I will suggest to such candidates keep mindset, keep perspective to learn about like global supply chain, not only focus on the particular area about the
Mhm.
local transportation or only like domestic outbound transportation or inbound transportation or procurement. Learn as much as possible
Or
in
global.
perspective of global supply chain. So that learning definitely will give the every candidate and open the opportunities in a multiple organizations, because multiple organization has such departments where they require such domain knowledge expertise, who
Mhm.
has such strong domain knowledge.
Very interesting. I mean, being open to what innovation is happening on the global front is very important because eventually you will bring that innovation back in our local logistics also. Very nice.
Yes,
Very nice.
definitely.
And considering that the AI is moving so fast in pretty much all the sectors, all the people that we talk to in different sectors, right? What are those two or three skills that will be most valuable in the next 5 years?
You're talking about technical skills or operational or functional skills?
Skill to be very good in logistics and supply chain domain.
Yeah, like example in if I want to give the example what currently we are focusing. So yes, definitely technical skill should be required to do great and great things, because as we don't know how in coming years what technology will be there.
Right.
So like what we are doing today, like we have to, technical people have to see like how strongly they can do that things, like how they can create uh, USP by
Mm-hmm.
adopting available AI tools or available like whatever AI skills they have to follow that, and whatever they are creating with the help of AI, they have to create it like we can say number one tool or
Mm-hmm.
number one feature or number one model, because this will all only help, because as AI is growing, we don't know when someone will come and replace that,
Correct.
because uh, like good skills are good talents are already available into the market. So that is the first. Second, when we talk about like functional and adoption of the AI, like we see that uh, AI, yes, AI is one part, but like we have to see how we can use the AI in current problems. That is the very much important. We should know, as per the customer problems, as per the supply chain problems, how we have to use the AI to solve the problems. Because
Mm.
if we are using AI and solving the problem, then only it will impact, and then only it will give the monetary benefits, and also retention of the customers and adding new customers in the respective organizations in the logistics. This will help. Otherwise, like only just using AI, but it is not solving a problem of the customers, then in logistics it will not help to grow basically.
Understood, understood. So basically what you're saying is technical, yes, but it will keep changing because it will become simpler with AI coming in. Functional will be a domain where humans will always contribute, and they will probably become the guiding light to whatever AI does in the technical domain.
Yes,
I mean,
definitely.
it's a brilliant thought, and pretty much this is something which will happen in pretty much all the industries where humans would eventually become the guiding lights and AI would become the heavy lifter in all the domains, right? Uh,
Yes, correct.
I think that is a very great thought that you are leaving us with, and I'm sure all the people would be benefiting a lot with respect to how logistics and supply chain domain works, what they should do to get into careers in this domain. It has been a brilliant conversation. I'm sure it will be very insightful for all the people who will be watching it. Thank you so very much for your time, Wasim. Thank you so much.